I will wash mine hands in innocency. So will I compass thine altar, O Lord. Psalm 26:6. David speaks of ritual and reality. The priests washed before serving. They cleansed their hands at the bronze laver before approaching the altar. But David means more than ceremonial cleansing. David washes not just with water, but with moral purity. He asks not just for clean skin, but for a clear conscience. The word innocency means freedom from guilt. Pilate washed his hands, claiming innocence while condemning Jesus. When Pilate saw that he could prevail nothing, but that rather a tumult was made, he took water and washed his hands before the multitude. Matthew 27:24. But his hands remained stained with the blood of Jesus. So will I compass thine altar. To compass means to go around, to encircle. David pictures himself walking around God's altar in worship. The priests did this during sacrifices. They acted with purpose and reverence. James warns us, "Draw nigh to God, and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify your hearts, ye double-minded." James 4:8. We must possess clean hands and pure hearts, not double-mindedness. We should never attempt to play games with God. That I may publish with the voice of thanksgiving and tell of all thy wondrous works. Psalm 26:7. Divine purpose follows purity. Clean hands lead to a clear testimony. David doesn't wash just for washing's sake. Publish means to proclaim, to make something known publicly. David won't keep quiet about God's goodness. His voice rings out, not in complaint, but with thanksgiving. David does not offer criticism, but praises the Lord. The businessman makes deals with honesty. He refuses bribes. He tells the truth about his product's limitations. Other businessmen mock him. "You left money on the table," they tell him. But Sunday morning, he lifts clean hands in worship, and his voice joins the congregation without shame. The phrase, "the voice of thanksgiving," describes the gratitude that flows from innocence. When guilt blocks our relationship with God and our praise stops flowing, clean hands release our thanksgiving. Our voices grow bold, and our testimony rings true. David doesn't just feel thankful, he proclaims it. Private gratitude becomes public praise. The world needs to hear what God has done for us. The expression, "Tell of all thy wondrous works," describes David's testimony. He tells people about all of God's great deeds. David becomes God's herald, his announcer, and his witness. Wondrous works surround us today. Creation shouts God's glory, and divine providence displays his care for us. Above all, divine redemption reveals his great love. The word wondrous refers to God's marvelous deeds. These divine works need proclamation. They should not stay hidden. Clean hands must tell what they've touched. Think of the blind man whom Jesus healed. The Pharisees pressured him to deny Christ, but he declared, "One thing I know, that whereas I was blind, now I see." John 9:25. He published with thanksgiving. He told of wondrous works. Remember, clean hands carry power, but dirty ones cannot lift praise to God.